All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Giants. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
We go! 90 Wolf! Hey, Orbit! Let's go!
Throwing on first down. Costello. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Bravo! Step!
Throwing again. Costello into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game? Centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy, take care of the football, we're on the road. You're a youngster, let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you, move on. Long way to go in this one.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Steelers' 23-yard line.
Ready.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
5.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Here's a 2nd and 7. This is caught, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Slam. Recon, 132 fighter. Shoot.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley.
Let's go. That's how we do, D. That's how we do. They don't want none. They don't want none of this.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
Hey! Topper! Get it!
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He completes it to Tate. And they stop him short of the first. as he can only get to the 20. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrick Rosas. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And the kick by Rosas is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah able to record his 5th sack of the season. Looking to throw. Costello. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down.
Hey, team 6, team 6. 50, Max, 50. Focus, defense, focus. 5.
Back to throw. Costello. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Let's go now.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
X3. 218, chopper.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
36. Begin.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. Aldrick Rosas on for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Costello. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, Wahoo! Check like 47. Check like 47. Ready?
From the gun, Costello. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
It's our time.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, a good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Hey, high 7. Check right. Watch 55. Here we go. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Switch up. Smooth. 55 Mike, 55.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Hey, me and you all day. I'm coming after you. Mike 55. Go. Mike 55. Get it.
They'll set up to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And Rosas puts this one through. And they add on to their first quarter lead. It's now 13-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Ready?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Richard trying the right side. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and a yard to start things out.
Now, 60 outlaw. 56. Hey, box truck.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Hey, check time.
Looking to throw. Costello. And he finds McDonald. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Off play action. Costello. Complete to Washington. It's a pickup of 17 there, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. Got a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd and short. Operating from the gun, Costello. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So a couple of 1st downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They begin with a run by Barkley. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. On the draw, this is Barkley. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them.
Cut, cut, cut.
Hey, echo.
2nd and 11. Open target here, Darius Slayton. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
All day, every day, any day.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
Switch. 6-6. Pull it high. Go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Got it.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley.
He wasn't ready.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Hey,
Mike 55. All day.
2nd and 5. He's got the first down here inside the 30. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Hey, orbit. Hey, jet.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. T.J. Watt in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. 2nd and 15. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Go.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
Yep.
Squeeze, double. Mike 55, right there in the middle.
Bravo.
He runs. Mike 55, Target. 55, Mike 55. It's our field.
5.
Hey, it's our house.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Rosa's kick is good. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now. Being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Let's go now. 10 Lobo.
Check 55 to Mike. Try to do better.
Complete grip.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. That's complete to Gallman. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Watch the twist. Wide, get wide.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's complete to Slayton. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, seam 6.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. Watch the curl. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
2nd and 3. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley in the final seconds of the first half as his guys continue to pour it on. Rosas to add the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30.
Makes the score Giants 30. Steelers nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
60 yards.
All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. You get one.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Buying time to his left. Finds his tight end Ingram. A first down there on a pickup of 25. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 45 yards.
Giants first down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Check 50.
Ready?
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
I'm coming, baby.
Back to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Javon Hargrave. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. He'll drop to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with another touchdown, number 24 on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Rosas good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers are able to get a score back. Boswell good with the extra point. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to leave the booth.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Back to throw here. Flushed out right. And incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Set. 10 Lobo. 5-5. Pick it up. Topper. Go. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Now.
Looking to throw. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete. So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And the kick by Rosas is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So make him 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hey, Foxtrot.
To throw again. Costello. He's going to launch it for Washington. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again, and that'll bring up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the gun, Costello, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Giants have it. It's picked up, and this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
47, Steelers 7.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Costello. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Rosas now to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Giants 54, Steelers 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. They'll run with Samuels. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Looking to throw on second down. Costello, pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Alpha. Go. 7's the Mike. 4-7's the Mike. Come on, D. Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Let's go. Let's get this ball back.
Operating from the gun. Costello. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Let's go. Let's go.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
From the gun, Costello. And he rifles one incomplete. Ryan Switzer, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to at least knock the deficit down a bit. Extra point put through by Boswell as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season,
touchdown, Giants! Saquon Barkley, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season as his guys continue to pour it on. Rosas good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the left.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Back to throw. Costello is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It got his man, complete. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 44 yards. On 1st and 10, Costello. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
A gain of 14. And the Steeler first down.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Five. Let's go.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. Ryan Switzer, the one he was looking for. And now it's second down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Back to the air on second down. Costello setting up the screen. This is Samuels. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The Steelers on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Get ready.
Operating from the gun. Costello. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the gun, Costello. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a play. The big man comes up with the interception. Puts together, Charles, a nice little return, too.
Yeah, he's not going to make anybody forget Darrell Green or Rod Woodson, but look at him lug that thing. He decided it was his. A lot of people might have thought about lateraling it there. No shot. Trying to take it the distance.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Let's go. Keep tighten up.
Greystone travel.
Watch safety creep.
Hey, Delta.
Safety's creeping. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Here we go, G.
Get it.
Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
55 to Mike. Check, 50.
Hey, seam 6.
55's Mike, guys. 55.
Be Griffin.
They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
To throw on second down, Costello. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Costello. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
47 Mike, 47 Mike, Mike 47, bring it, bring it. 47's the Mike, 47's the Mike.
On fourth down, Costello. And my goodness, another interception. And it's Clinton-Dix with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears.
And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's first and goal. Now Saquon Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal. At the
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now.
Ready.
Another try for Barkley. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. How about the game that he has compiled here? So he has the 2 receiving touchdowns, and now that is his 3rd rushing touchdown. 3 plus 2, 5 total.
I'm telling you, you and your math can't beat you on that one.
Yeah.
You got it down. But how about the diversity of the day he's had? Just what you pointed out. 3 on the ground, 2 catching them. What a performance.
What a performance. If I get my numbers and colors down, it's going to be a real threat.
Just always remember, color between the lines.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today.
And now here is another interception. It's Clinton-Dix with a pick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Johnson, the intended target. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I tell you, Charles, You play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Got it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
Let's go now. 30 base.
Check back 21. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Fire.
On first down, Costello. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Check me out. Check me out. Hey, check Mike.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
That's what I'm talking about.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Giants, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, it just keeps getting worse as they're going to fall to 1-14. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.